Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Repton 3. Right, now this is the 4th level, Screen D, called Awkward. It's not that difficult. This monster might be a bit of a problem if we headed straight up and dropped that rock on him, because that would block our access to the diamond that was underneath him. And this monster's not too tough. Just drop him down there and push that rock into him. Now we've got to make sure here that we clear the path correctly so that we don't block our access to these spirits here. And then clear the way for the cages so we don't have to wait around for them. So our time limit's a little bit tight. So we let the spirits out, and well, we see the time capsule there, but we won't collect that just at this moment. Even though time's a bit tight, we've still got enough time to grab a few diamonds beforehand. Oh, no, time up. We've got to go get that time capsule right now. The countdown lasts about 15 seconds before you explode. Yes, when Repton dies, he explodes, which is a quite peculiar thing to happen. I'm just making sure we don't drop one of the boulders down there. Not a big problem, but it does add a little more to deal with. Now down there we can see those skulls, and on this level they're not particularly tricky to deal with. We just go down a little corridor lined with skulls and onto the last part of the level. Now this is a favourite trick of the level designers here. Suspend a cage in mid-air, and so you have to find a way to connect it to the outer wall so that the spirits can get into the cage. And all done to the time bomb and to the next level. This one's called Fritter. As you see by the map, it's quite compartmentalised, and you might end up trapping yourself in right at the start. And no, we didn't actually manage to get killed by that rock because we jumped into the transporter pretty quick. Another place where you can trap yourself in nastily. Another suspended cage there, but pretty easy to deal with. On later levels you do have to go on scavenger hunts for rocks. Oh yes, and you don't collect those diamonds right at the start, because otherwise you can't bridge the gap to that cage. And remember when I said rocks always roll to the left? That's an important thing to know at that part there. So we've got a time capsule, which our screen wasn't flashing, but since we've got the transporter here, we're going to have to take it. Now there's some spirits running around a central area here, and we need to get them to the outside so they can go into those cages down there. Fairly simple at this level. Shove the rock off and then run out the way before they come back to where we were standing. This is another favourite little trick of the level designers. I'll show you one way to get past these boulders on diamonds places like this, but since we don't have to get back out again, we can just charge through and go into the transporter. We've got to make sure we don't drop this rock down this hole here, otherwise we can't get down there. As you can see, this is the last area because we've got our time bomb here. Well, because we've got the time bomb there, that doesn't mean it's the last area, as you'll soon see. on later levels. And finish that one up. Okay, last one for the moment. Lawless. Now, the screen F, G and H of any of the maps in Repton you can't look at the map. So we won't be able to do that here to check up on if we've left any diamonds behind anywhere and to see how the level's laid out. Now you may have seen me going about what may have seemed a long way to get those spirits to the cage, but if you don't go round that way, you can't actually get the spirits up to the cages. Time capsule will have forced it because it's right in our path, so we just hope we've got enough time to do what's following. Hello Mr. Monster. Bye bye Mr. Monster. Aha, now this is a little bit of a race to make sure we don't get ourselves killed. Another time capsule, don't really want to get that until the last moment, if at all possible. Which, pretty much the last moment. Last area of the level now, and this is filled with monsters, which are sat on top of boulders, which is a bit more tricky to deal with, but we have our methods. And oh look, some nice fungus which isn't constrained at all, which might be a problem since it's right next to the time bomb, but since we're near the end of the level and all we've got to do now is collect these diamonds, then we're not in too much trouble. Tease the fungus. It's a bad idea, really. Anyway, that was Let's Play Repton 3 for the moment. The next video will contain the last 2 levels of Prelude. See you then.